She was lying there, bleeding. She was dead.
And what did you do then?
I panicked. I was afraid people would think I had killed my mother. We'd been fighting a lot lately. I was terrified. I just didn't think things through.
So you tampered with the evidence?
Yes. The letter opener was all bloody. So I wiped it off and put it back on my father's desk. There was blood on my dress. I tried to wash it off. I changed clothes. I went into the den. I opened the window. And I told the police I had seen a man jumping out of it.
But there was no such man.
No. But I swear, I came in. And she was already dead.
Thank you. No further questions.
You may cross-examine.
Miss Nakasone, are you telling the truth now?
Yes, before God, I swear.
Even though you lied in the beginning? Lied without compunction, looked the police in the eye and lied? And lied? And lied. Do you expect that anyone will believe you now? When you claim that now, at long last, you are finally telling the truth?
Mr. McCabe, when I was little, my father told me the importance of telling the truth. I lied to him when I was 4, and I saw the pain that I had caused him. It devastated me. I've never lied to him since that day.
Okay. Your father talked to you about telling the truth when you were 4 years old, and you've never lied since.
Yes, that's right.
No further questions.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor. We find the defendant, Elaine Nakasone, not guilty of murder in the 2nd degree.
Excuse me. Mr. Nakasone, how do you feel about your daughter's acquittal?
Vindicated, relieved, grateful. Justice has been done.
Well, do you feel that this is a fair investigation? What about the trial?
I'd like to refer those questions to my attorney.
Mr. Stiles, during the investigation, you were always really kind. I felt that you really believed me.
So did a jury. Congratulations.
Mr. Nakasone, what are your plans with your daughter now, sir?
You know, it's always the rich and the privileged that get off. Have you noticed that?
Gutsy move that defense attorney made, putting her on the stand like that. They usually figure it's too risky to let the defendant testify.
That's what won the case for them. You know, that pretty little thing sheds a few crocodile tears, and people forget all about the evidence. She's going to win an Academy Award for that one.
Oh, jail, look, the jury found her innocent.
I do not need you to remind me of that, Jake. I need you to go back to work. We've got more to worry about than this case. We still need that witness, Jimmy Palama, if we're going to move on that assault and rape charge.
You forgot. Don't tell me you forgot.
Forgotten what?
Tomorrow morning, I'm leaving. 1 week's vacation.
Vacation?
Yes. I'm going to the mountains. I told you that 2 months ago.
Well, I don't remember anything like that.
You don't remember. You said it was okay.
Hey, Jake, Come on, we've got 4 big cases coming up. I need you to find the witness in the McCabe case.
Oh, don't start with it. Look, if it's not this witness, it's another witness. If it's another case, it's this or it's that. It's
Jake,
always
I
something.
wouldn't
If I
do
don't get
that
off
to
this
you.
island for 1 week, I'm gonna go nuts. So I'm getting off, okay? 1 week. I'll be gone 1 week, okay? I'm gone tomorrow. Derek, you take care of him. Don't let him get in trouble. Aloha. I love you guys. Bye.
Aloha. Did you hear that? He thinks he's funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, good friends, I want to thank you for being here today. It is a moment of great joy to me. My indescribable sadness at the death of my wife has been lightened by the return of my daughter to our family. What grief she has felt, I can only imagine. To lose her mother and to be accused of the crime. I toast my daughter, her strength and her courage. But a greater tribute belongs to my associate, my lawyer, my friend, Paul Abbott. I owe this man a debt of honor. He has returned my daughter to me. Without his brilliant and untiring efforts, Elaine might not have been with us today. So, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to raise your glass to Paul Abbott. Please, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy yourselves. Thank you.
That's it, J.L. Because I'm burned out. Look, I'm taking the vacation. It's as simple as that, okay? I'm going to hang up now. What? I'm hanging up now. Bye. Yes! Who is it? Hang on.
Hurry, shut the door. I just never know when I'm being followed.
Guess that can't be a problem.
I need your help desperately. I need a private investigator. Do you ever take outside assignments?
No. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be leaving tomorrow, so...
Shh. Do you hear that? Wild bird. Calling me. Feels my throbbing heart burning. Sings to give me hope. It's haiku. Japanese poetry.
Yeah, I know.
My father started me writing poetry when I was 6. He says it cleanses the mind.
It's nice.
Will you help me? Please. I'll pay you anything you ask. I've got to find out the truth about my mother.
Look, Miss Nakasone, I'm leaving tomorrow, like I said. I'll be back in 1 week. It's just that I've made these plans for months. Other people are involved, and I can't just...
The man who killed my mother is still free. I am in danger.
I don't mean to be rude. It's just that... I can't. Look, you could call the police department. You can contact the prosecuting attorney's office. They have other investigators who can help you.
But I want you to help me.
I wish I could. I just can't. I'm really stuck. Can I give you a ride home or something?
I brought myself here. I can get myself home.
of the shore. I love it. Look at that surf line out there, would you?
What are you doing here?
Makes the tension just ease away, doesn't it? I should move back to the beach, you know that?
Look, you didn't have to come down and see me off. I can make it to the airport, okay?
Oh, all right.
My car is gone. Where is it?
You've been making your payments, Jake?
You had the car towed, didn't you? Even the slaves that built the pyramids got a few days off every now and then, for crying out loud.
Perhaps you don't know this, Jake, but according to the civil service regulations, I and I alone determine the vacation schedule in the prosecuting attorney's office. And I have determined that you cannot go on vacation right now because our workload is too heavy.
You know what? You're a sore loser. You lost the Nakasone case, and now you're taking it out on me. That's what it is, right?
Well, you think what you want to, Jake. All that matters is that you are going nowhere except down to the office where I will give you your assignment for today, and you will do that assignment, and then tomorrow I will give you another assignment, and so on, until I decide that you can take a vacation. Is that perfectly clear, Jake?
Oh, yeah, that's clear. That's real clear.
Thank you, Jake. I knew you'd see it my way.
This is a place. Yeah. It's a place where I'm going to be killed. I'll die here.
Jake, Mr. McCabe wouldn't have sent you if he didn't think he could handle it.
Oh, I know. He's got my best interest at heart, that's for sure.
Jake, look, I don't like to take sides, but it's true we're awful busy right now. And this rape case can't come to trial unless we find Jimmy Palama.
Yeah, I know.
Cute bunch of guys.
All right, I'll be out in a minute.
Jake, you want me to come in with you?
No.
Huh? My fault, sorry. Jake, you hurt?
Yes, what do you think?
Did you find Jimmy Palama?
No, I didn't.
Who did this to you?
He's a little brother.
Little brother.
Palama's on this island. Nobody's admitting it.
Jake, I think we ought to get out of here, huh? What do you think?
I'm thinking I don't have to take this garbage anymore. Come on. I came here to tell you that I'm going to give you 8 hours. 8 hours only. No more, no less. I will do exactly what the job requires, so you cannot bust me on a technicality. I'm also taking an off-duty case.
What off-duty case?
For Elaine Nakasone to help find her mother's murderer.
I knew you'd help me. I knew it.
You were telling me that you, think you know who killed your mother.
Yes, it's Lucas Canola, my father's bodyguard.
Why do you think he did it?
If you knew him, he's cruel. He's dangerous. He terrifies me.
Look, Miss Nakasone, the,
Please, Miss Nakasone? Sounds so stuffy. Call me Elaine.
Elaine, the police department did a thorough investigation of the murder. Okay? PA's office did an investigation. As far as Lucas Canola goes, the man had an alibi for that night.
Yes, he was visiting relatives in Kauai. So he said. And they said. I don't believe him.
Maybe you're right. Let me ask you something. What's his motive?
I never wanted to tell anyone this. My mother was having an affair with Lucas Canola.
That never came out at the trial.
Of course not. He and I were the only ones alive who knew.
Your father, he doesn't know?
Oh, God, no. My father is the most honorable man who ever lived. It would kill him if he knew that his wife... God, he mustn't find out. No matter what, I don't want him to know.
Okay. Why would Canola want to kill your mother?
I've been begging her to end the affair. That's why we were fighting. And she was going to, finally. But he found out, and he was furious. He threatened her. He was afraid my father would kill him if he found out. He killed her to silence her. And now he's going to do the same to me.
Okay. All right. It's not going to happen. Okay? I won't let it happen. It's all right.
Looking for something?
Hold it!
Lucas?
Got this guy trespassing. Resisted us.
Yes, it looks that way. Mr. Stiles.
He's got a very good reason for being here.
And that is?
Get rid of these gorillas and I'll tell you.
No way. Don't listen to him, Mr. Nakasone. You don't want to be alone with this guy.
Leave us. Yes?
Your daughter asked me to investigate your wife's murder.
I'll make a few calls.
Please sit down. I'm sorry if you have been inconvenienced.
She gave me verbal consent to search the property.
I'm sure she did, Mr. Stiles. I was impressed with you during the investigation and the trial. You seem to be a highly intelligent, skilled operative, so I'm sure you can understand what I'm going to tell you and how important it is to me that my daughter's condition not become the stuff of rumor and gossip.
What is it?
My daughter has always been emotionally fragile. Since her mother's murder, she has had paranoid delusions. She's currently under the care of a psychiatrist. I'm sorry she has sent you on such a wild goose chase. But nothing my daughter says can be taken seriously. Nothing. Kimo, please show this gentleman to the door. If your clothing has been damaged in any way, Mr. Stiles, have the bill sent to me.
No, my clothes are fine. But there is an unsolved murder, your wife's murder. And your daughter has every right to ask me to investigate, and I have every right to do my job. So I guess that means we'll be seeing each other again.
His name is Lucas Canola. He's a bodyguard for a guy named Nakasone, you know?
Yeah. Busted him a few times when I was on the force. It's bad news.
Why is that?
Big, mean, bad temper. Thinks he's quite the ladies' man. And if a woman doesn't agree with him, they've been known to get beat up pretty bad.
Where's Jimmy Palama? Why aren't you out looking for him? You're supposed to give me an 8 full-hour day.
We're going to talk about this quietly and calmly?
That's what I'm doing, talking quiet.
You're about to start shouting.
I am not about to start shouting. I am sick and tired of your insubordination, mister. It's gonna come to a stop. You get that?
Look, for the last 2 days, you've been on my butt because your ego was bruised.
Don't you bore me with your insights into the human condition, Jake.
What do you know about the human condition?
You're gonna find out about the human condition of unemployment in about 1 minute, Buster, unless you get yourself going where I tell you to.
You don't tell me anything. I quit.
Oh, stop trying to make me feel better, Max. I don't want to feel better.
Mr. McCabe?
What?
Well, sir, I was just thinking about Jake. And, I really feel awful about the way things have worked out. And I was just thinking maybe if you tried to call him and tried to work things out.
Me call him?
Yes, sir.
If that arrogant, egomaniacal slug wants to call me and apologize, I might consider taking the call, but I am not calling him.
You haven't changed your mind about replacing him then, huh?
Of course not.
In that case, I have somebody for you to meet.
Well, good, good. Send him in. Send him in. You see, Max, we're getting a new investigator, and we're gonna like him a lot better than that other one. You know what I mean?
Mr. McCabe, this is Lawrence Bates. He's interviewing for your new investigator.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. McCabe. I'm extremely pleased to make your acquaintance.
Well, likewise. Sit down, Mr. Bates.
Thank you, sir.
Tell me a little about yourself, huh?
Yes, sir. I attended Georgetown University, where I majored in political science.
Really? Oh, my goodness.
Yes. Then the Army, where I was in counterintelligence and attended the War College. I then went to the Justice Department Training School and attended the FBI Academy at Quantico, where I graduated #1 in my class.
Why is someone with all your credentials interested in this job?
Quite frankly, sir, I've heard of you, and I think working for a man of your caliber would be a real privilege.
Derek, do you have a problem? Lawrence? Larry? Welcome aboard, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You're just the kind of man I want for the job. Now let's get to work, huh?
Hey, Jake. Hey. What brings you out here?
Frankly, I'm here to try to talk some sense to you.
Yeah? What does that mean?
You and Mr. McCabe. The whole thing kind of got out of hand, don't you think? Jake, I think you ought to call him and work things out.
Me call him? No, I don't think so.
You know you're both miserable. Tighten up your drag.
Is he miserable?
Yeah, sure he is.
No, not me, man. I'm so relieved I could do cartwheels.
You know, he hired a new investigator.
Good.
Guy's a real pro. Got a resume as long as my arm.
I'm sure he does.
When you leaving?
As soon as I can. Got some unfinished business to take care of. Nakasone murder was my case. It's still on the books, so I'll crack that, throw it in JL's lap, and I'm gone.
I have come from Miss Nakasone.
Where is she?
She's sorry she cannot be here, but she asked me to give you this note.
Mr. Stiles, I was afraid to have you come to the house, but I'm also afraid to meet you on the street. I never know who will be watching me. I will be on the beach at Wainene Cove. It's on the old Ahuna plantation. It's very remote, but you'll find me.
Hi, Jake! I left my towel over there on that rock.
Thanks for coming. This is the only place I feel safe. Lucas has been watching me.
Has he threatened you?
No, he just watches. It's scary.
Lane, I gotta ask you a question. Have you been seeing a psychiatrist?
Who told you that?
Your father. I felt you've been having emotional difficulties, especially since your mother died.
Well, wouldn't you?
Yes, I just wanted to know that too.
I go because he makes me. I tell him it's stupid. I mean, what good can it do?
Sometimes it's good to have someone to talk to.
Why is he doing this to me, to disgrace me like this? He keeps me almost a prisoner. He's angry at me all the time.
Your father?
Yes. I try so hard to please him. But he frightens me. I don't understand why he's doing this to me.
Sorry.
Help me.
I interviewed several people at his rooming house and located his latest employer, a Mr. Reed, Rocky Reed, owner of a bar in Waimanalo, who informed me that the subject, quote, doesn't have the brains God gave an oyster, unquote.
Lawrence!
Yes, sir.
Could you maybe summarize this report for me? I don't need that much detail, really.
Well...
All right, just answer me this. Did you find Jimmy Palama?
No. But I assure you I did an exhaustive search. From Waimanalo, I went on...
Enough! You just get your butt out there and find him right now. Don't talk about it anymore. Do it!
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jake. Where are you?
Nakasone, I told you we'd be seeing each other again.
Mr. Stiles, are you here in official business? Are you still in pursuit of my daughter's wild fantasy?
Questions I have are about your daughter. I'd like to know the name of her psychiatrist. I don't know if she's emotionally unbalanced, but I know she is frightened. She says that you keep her a prisoner. She also says that that big goon bodyguard of yours follows her and he watches her. He scares her. And if that's true, she does have legal recourse.
Let me tell you something about legal recourse, Mr. Stiles.
Oh, Lucas. Please excuse me. Lucas, tell him.
Mr. Nakasone, we...
Tell him!
She wouldn't leave me alone. Everywhere I went, there she'd be. She stared at me, she touched me, she pressed up against me.
Finally, she asked me to meet her at the Wainene Cove, and I did.
She was in the water, and she was naked. Then she came out. What was I going to do?
I can verify everything he says, Mr. Stiles. I've seen my daughter's actions toward him. They're not the behavior of someone who is frightened. I want you to leave us alone. We have had enough emotional upheaval for a lifetime. Let us have some peace.
The truth is, Elaine hated her mother. They had dreadful fights. Elaine often threatened her, and she killed her. She killed her own mother in a violent rage, but she has been acquitted, and she can never be tried again.
Jason. What in the world are you doing here at this hour?
Hello, Simeon. I'm just reading.
Well, I thought the city of Honolulu could provide an office for its prosecuting attorney.
Oh, they do. But you know something? I like it here. There's something about an empty courtroom. It's filled with ghosts. And they whisper to me about things that get lost in the workaday world. Things like justice, truth, and honor.
And are you in search of some elusive canon here now? Some delicate dogma that escaped your scrutiny during daylight hours?
I'm reading the transcript of the Nakasone trial.
Oh.
Simeon, would you have put Elaine Nakasone on the stand if you were her lawyer?
Of course not. It's not smart to put the defendant on. It's too risky.
Too risky, exactly. Did you believe her testimony?
I have to admit that I did.
Yeah. Well, once the trial was over, once the heat of battle had subsided, I kept thinking about her. And you know what? I believed it too. But for her lawyer to take that risk, he had to know she was innocent.
Yes?
And the only way he could know that, to be absolutely sure, is if he knew who did commit the murder. And your cheeks so soft. Da-da-dee-da-da. Just thinking of you. And the way you...
I was just, getting some things I left, you know, some files and things like that.
Sure. Sure, go ahead. How's things going with you,
Oh, good. You know. How about you?
Oh, never better. Never better. Jay.
Go ahead. You guys, you want to go ahead?
No, you go on.
I didn't mean those things I said, JL. You know that. I get a little hot and I say stupid things, you know.
I did some spouting off myself, I think. A little bit, maybe. I'm sorry, too, Jake.
Forget it. Jake? Listen, I want to talk to you about something.
Okay.
This Elaine Nakasone thing, I don't know what to think. This thing has got me crazy. Either she was guilty or the real murderer is out walking on the street, and I want to find out which one.
Well, I haven't exactly let this case alone either, you know. I've had a few thoughts about it.
Oh, yeah, you've got that, what's his name? The new investigator working on it.
Oh, my new investigator. Oh, yes. No, he's a good
That's
man.
what I hear.
Really good man. But I tell you what, you could work on this one case, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could work on this one case.
Right. To check out Mr. Kozo Nakasone. Because we may be going to a preliminary hearing on a murder charge. Mr. Nakasone, you have testified that this letter opener, established as the murder weapon, belongs to you.
Yes.
And we have heard expert testimony that the shape of this blade made a distinctive slashing pattern in the victim's body. We've also heard that a partial print identified as your index finger was found on the handle.
It stands to reason. It's my letter opener. I open letters with it.
Yes, yes. Your Honor, may we have a brief recess, please?
Certainly.
Thank you, sir.
As soon as you're ready, Mr. McCabe.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, may we approach the bench? Thank you. Your Honor, we have just received some new evidence which is crucial in laying foundation for our case. But in order to introduce it, I must ask to put counsel for the defense on the witness stand.
You've got to be kidding.
I assure Your Honor that it won't harm or prejudice the defendant's case. But this testimony is important in laying foundation. Mr. Abbott is a precipient witness, a friend of the family, and it's just a few minor points, sir.
Your Honor, I have a list of subpoenaed witnesses, and I'm not on it.
I'll let you start, Mr. McCabe, but if this gets out of hand, I may stop you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Nakasone, you may step down and thank you.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please be seated.
Mr. Abbott, do you possess power of attorney for Mr. Kozo Nakasone?
Your Honor, I object to this question and all subsequent questions on the grounds of relevance and privilege.
So noted, Mr. Abbott, but I will allow you to answer.
Shall I repeat the question, sir?
No. I have the power of attorney for the Nakasone Corporation.
And that is how you have been gradually embezzling funds from him, huh?
Objection.
Sustained.
Is it not true that you told Mr. Kozo Nakasone that his daughter Elaine had admitted murdering her mother?
That's not true.
Yes, it is. You told me she had confessed to you.
Now, quiet, please. I don't want any more outbursts.
And is it not further true that you told Elaine Nakasone that her father was guilty of the same murder? That you told each of them conflicting stories and swore them to silence? That each of them was desperately trying to protect the other?
That's not true.
Mr. Abbott, does this look familiar to you?
I believe that's the murder weapon.
Yeah, well, perhaps so. For laboratory analysis shows a minute trace of blood on the handle. Blood of Margaret Nakasone's rather rare type. But this is the letter opener already admitted into evidence found at the scene of the crime, with Margaret Nakasone's blood on it. While this letter opener was retrieved from your home pursuant to a search warrant obtained by my office. How do you suppose Margaret Nakasone's blood got on your letter opener? Huh?
Your Honor, I failed to see...
The witness will answer the question.
Isn't it true that Mr. Nakasone gave you this identical letter opener?
Yes, but...
Isn't it true that you made sure that Margaret Nakasone's blood was on the letter opener with her husband's fingerprints on it? After you stabbed her with this one.
Your Honor, I'm not on trial here. I don't have to answer these accusations.
No, you don't. But you sure as hell will.
Mr. Abbott, how do you feel about a possible indictment?
No comment. No comment.
We thought you were guilty. We got suspicious when we realized that Abbott had told you those conflicting stories. I found out that he was embezzling funds. I got a search warrant. I found a letter opener.
They were a match set. Unique in all the world.
That's why you treated me the way you did, because you thought I was guilty?
I was only trying to protect you, to help you as best I could. Forgive me, Mr. Stiles. I concocted that story about Lucas and Elaine. I was just trying to keep you away from her.
Sorry.
You know, if Abbott had managed to send you to prison, he would have had access to all your corporate funds.
But we'll get him. You know, this is one I'm looking forward to prosecuting. And I love to win.
And then I contacted several known acquaintances of the suspect and questioned them extensively.
Lawrence, one more time. Just one question. Did you find Jimmy Palama?
No.
Well, then you know what? The defendant died this morning. That's how long it's taken you.
But...
You know your problem? You got too many credentials. You spent all your time in school, not enough on the streets. Why don't you go stick your head in the garbage cans? Go travel the alleys.
Yes, sir. The garbage can.
Find out what life is like outside the books. Well, go on.
Yes, sir.
And get rid of that damn
Yes,
suit.
sir. Oh, sorry. Yes, sir.
Does this mean that you need an investigator?
Oh. Well, where you been?
Checking the airline schedules. I mean, I figure since I don't have a job now.
Don't be cute. You know you have a job.
Well, in that case, I got vacation time coming, right? I mean, I figure what's fair is fair.
What's fair is fair when I say it's fair. Now, we still need that witness, Jimmy Palama.
You mean you didn't turn him up? Even with that highly qualified investigator you hired?
That investigator was really outstanding, Jake. You know, you can learn a few lessons from him.
Did he turn up your witness? No.
Neither did you.
But I'm going to, believe me.
Well, thank you, Jake. I knew you'd see it my way.
Evening, young fella. Denning. D is in don't know what I'm doing here, and A is in Abilene, because that's where I come from.
Here we go. D is in district, A is in attorney.
Hey, that's pretty good. You keep that up, son. They're going to tell you you're smart enough to go to law school.
Frank Danning, the Abilene Flash. Come on, give me a little Texas howdy. How are you, Frank? You're the last person I thought we'd ever get over here.
Well, I was told that this town has got enough hula girls to sink the battleship Missouri, and I've been all over town. I haven't seen one.
That's because I've got them all hidden, you see. And by the time the last dull speaker finishes, they're going to come crashing out through these doors like an army of love-starved Amazons.
I sure hope so, Jason, because I didn't fly 3,000 miles to hear a bunch of stuffed shirts try to explain the law.
Hello, buddy.
McCabe.
Oh, hello, Wayne. I'm glad you could make it.
The board picked Honolulu, and God only knows why. Chicago would have been a lot more convenient.
Well, if you want the truth, I don't like being host any more than you like being visitor. But, for once, Wayne, let's try to see if we can get along, shall we?
want that entire roof area secured, on the double. I don't want another warm body up there unless he belongs to me. You understand?
Yes, sir.
What the hell happened here?
I'm Benny Krause, Mr. McCabe, Chief of Security.
Yeah.
We got a real bad one here, sir. 6 rooms, cleaned out everything except toilet paper.
Did any of them belong to the people in my conference?
Just one, some guy from Chicago. McCabe, my room was hit. Stole my gold watch.
Your watch?
Oh, Jason, the mayor himself gave me that watch. That was for prosecuting that Southside copper plumbing scandal.
Oh, well, thank God the Windy City's safe again, huh?
Well, at least the people who live there won't have to worry about getting ripped off while they're attending a law and order conference. This is an absolute disgrace.
Wayne, you'll get your watch back. Won't he, Mr. Krause?
I think I already know who took it. Who? Cat burglar by the name of Harry McGinn.
Let me see that. He just got out of prison. Why would anyone pull a major job before the ink's dry on his release papers?
Because that's how he gets his kicks. This is his kind of job. Luxury hotel bursting its seams with rich tourists. And you know what he probably liked best? There was a conference of DAs right downstairs.
Good morning.
Don't push your luck.
Oh, well, hello to you, too. Don't blame me that the dragon got ripped off.
What the hell are you grinning about?
Oh, it's nothing. I just thought it was kind of funny the way they wrote about it in the paper.
You think this is funny? Cat burglar embarrasses DA conference? When we catch this guy, I want him put to straitjacket and hung by the heels.
I used to be able to do that. You know, escape from a straitjacket hanging upside down, just like that great magician, Houdini. And my mom and dad, they went to vaudeville, they saw him, they even gave me his first name.
Who the hell is this?
I'm Harry McGinn, Mr. McCabe. And I read the papers, too. I know that Krause has me pegged as the suspect.
His primary suspect. The burglary last night fits your M.O. to a T.
Look, I've only been out of prison for less than 48 hours, and I've spent most of that time trying to locate what's left of my family.
All right, let's start with last night. You have an alibi?
Not airtight. No, I called around to a few places. I'm trying to find my son.
Well, why don't you just write down the names of the people you called?
I have already done that, sir. Look, there are only about 6 guys around who are capable of pulling off that kind of a job. Now, if you just let me examine the crime scene, maybe I can point you in the right direction.
And if you're the actual perpetrator, you can also compromise the investigation.
I did not do it, Mr. McCabe. And if you let me, I'll prove it.
And I'll get back to you.
Okay, thanks. My parole officer knows where to find me.
What do you think?
He's just another ex-con with a line.
Yeah, but why would he come to us to help?
Maybe because he's smart. No, I'm not letting this man participate in this investigation as long as there's the slightest possibility he's a suspect.
Okay. What do you want me to do? Hand it over to HPD?
Well, no. Not exactly.
Eric? Hey!
Heard you were back in town. Already made the morning papers, huh?
No, Eric. I didn't have anything to do with that job.
That's what you told me last time, remember, Dad? When the cops came in and shoved your face against the couch and put the handcuffs on?
Yeah. Oh, come on down. Let's talk.
I got a lot of work to do.
I was sorry about your grandmother.
Yeah, I bet you were.
I know, she and I didn't always get along exactly.
Yeah, well, if it wasn't for Grandma, I wouldn't have had anybody.
I know, and I'm sorry.
I hope you are. Because I sure as hell am.
Listen to me. I'm gonna make all this up to you. If you let me.
I don't need you anymore. Remember, Dad? When the cops came in and shoved your face against the couch and put the handcuffs on?
He's on the roof!
Drop it. Put your hands in the air.
Remember, Dad?
We find the defendant, Harry McGinn, guilty as charged.
Remember, Dad?
I sentence you to 10 years.
You're a funny guy. You must have been the class clown.
You see that jump? Over to the other building?
It's not a jump, it's suicide.
6 years ago, I hit a couple of suites downstairs. Unfortunately, somebody spotted me and called the police. If I had only made that jump.
I think you did the right thing. I don't think anybody can make that jump.
Maybe. I sure have had a long time to wonder, though. I used to sit at night in prison, and I used to run the whole thing through in my mind over and over.
Did you make it?
Oh, hey, that's the great thing about fantasies. You always make it.
I saw you talking to your son down at the marina.
He's why I've got to make this thing work. It's my last chance.
It's gonna take more than words. You got a lousy track record.
I swear to you, I did not pull that burglary last night. Now, just give me a shot at proving it.
I can't, my boss says no.
What, if he knew how important it was? I mean, you saw Eric, what he thinks of me. I'm begging you, please. Help me clear my name. Please.
No, Wayne, we have not found your watch yet. Yes, I know it was a gift from the mayor, you told me. Yes, I know how much sentimental value it has for you, you told me that too. You also told me several times how much a watch like that costs. Is there anything about the damned watch that you think you haven't told me? Now, just a moment. Please don't take that tone with me. It's not like I stole the damn thing. Derek!
Yes, Mr. McCabe?
I want you to go find the stolen watch for me.
A watch?
Yes, a watch, Derek. A stolen watch. I would suggest pawn shops, street vendors, and known fences.
Mr. McCabe, isn't that the sort of thing that the police can do better?
No, Derek, it is the sort of thing that you can do better, because I say you can do it better.
Yes, sir.
Now, the item is a gold dress watch with 3 diamonds representing 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. A gold weave band with an inscription on the back that says, Master of the Copper Plumbing Scandal. Have you got that?
Got it.
Good. All right, go.
Yes, sir.
Police officer.
Easy.
Can I help you?
Easy, I'm security.
Yeah?
What's he doing here?
Have you met Benny Krause, Jake? He's a security guard.
I am chief of security for the hotel.
Makes a great entrance, doesn't he?
Nobody's supposed to be in here. This is a crime scene.
I'm one of the investigators, Jake Stiles. I got a key to the room from downstairs.
Well, congratulations. I see you have the perpetrator in custody.
This wasn't my job, dummy. Do you think I'd come down the windward side like that? That guy's lucky he wasn't blown all the way down to the street.
You got an answer for everything, don't you, McGinn?
See, Benny here had 6 hotels in Vegas. He was a big shot chief of security. How many of those hotels did I hit, Benny? 6? See, they finally fired him because he couldn't nail me.
Mr. Cross, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to finish up here.
Yeah, well, you go right ahead. But I'm going to take it on myself to call this guy's parole officer. I mean, maybe you can't see that you got the perpetrator right underneath your nose, but I can.
Do you think I pulled this job?
I wouldn't bet the farm on it.
No, Jake, I don't think Harry McGinn did it.
Don't, huh? Thank you. Nori, I thought parole officers were supposed to stay objective.
I am, and very objective. But McGinn wouldn't risk anything like that right now. There's something that means too much to him.
I know. His son.
Yes. That's the biggest thing in his life is getting back with that boy.
Let me ask you something. What would you have to do if his alibi doesn't check out?
I'll violate his parole. No question. Jake, I spoke to his prison counselor. Did you know that McGinn tried to write to his son the whole time that he was in prison? And the boy's grandmother returned all of his letters unopened.
You mean the kid never knew that his father was writing him letters?
That's right.
All that time?
That's right. McGinn was devastated, but there was nothing he could do. So now he's trying to reach that boy in every way that he can.
Eric McGinn?
Yeah, what?
How are you? I'd like to talk to you about your father, if I could.
You a cop?
My name's Jake Stiles. I'm with the prosecuting attorney's office. Here's my card.
Yeah. Didn't take him long to get in trouble, did it?
I don't know. Not real sure he's involved. Guess I'm just trying to help your father out.
Yeah, that's a good one. Needs all the help he can get.
Maybe he's trying to change.
And he got you, didn't he?
He got me? What do you mean he got me?
I mean, he conned you and you bought it. Listen, Let me tell you a little something about my dear old dad. He's great at making promises, okay? About once a month, promised my mom he was gonna get a straight job, start taking care of us. He promised me we were gonna go sailing, have a great time together. You know what? We believed him. Every single time. So if you want to buy his rap, go ahead, be my guest. I gave that up a long time ago.
Maybe he'd like to make a lot of things up to you. You ever think about that?
Is there something specific you wanted to talk to me about, Mr. Styles? Because if not, it's getting late. I'd like to get out of here.
Yeah. I'd like to ask you something. Do you think it's possible for people to change?
Yeah, man, I do. I think it's possible for people to change. I just don't think it's possible for Harry McGinn. Okay?
I specifically said you are not to take that man to the crime scene.
What a man was innocent until proven guilty.
I can presume a man innocent and still not want him having access to our official investigation, Jake.
Look, I checked McGinn's record. He's not just good. This guy's a pro. He's the best. Now, the last thing he would have done is rappel himself down the exposed side of that hotel. He would have never have done that, Jake.
He's a suspect, Jake. Not an impartial observer, a suspect.
I just think this guy's worth taking a chance on. All I'm saying is let's just give him a little room. What do you say?
Benny Krause? Where are you, Benny Krause? Get out of here!
In the lobby. We need 2 security guys right now.
I want to see Benny Krause now. Get him!
What's your problem again?
You reported me to my parole officer. You're trying to get me violated.
And I'm gonna succeed. You're drunk.
Head of security. No wonder the burglars hit this place. You couldn't catch a cold.
Back off, McGinn.
Tell me something, Mr. Big Man. In all your years of playing as a detective, did you ever once bag a real crook, huh?
I said back off!
Come on! Come on, garbage, come on! I want to beat the living hell out of you!
Congratulations, you just screwed up without me. You're gonna go back to the joint for this one. I'm gonna bust you for assault. You're gonna go away for another 10 years.
All right. Come on. Clear the way, please.
Yell quietly, please. I got this major league hangover. I can explain.
Yeah, I bet you can. You're real good with the sad stories, aren't you?
No, you don't understand.
I don't understand what? Tell me how things are gonna change for you. You hand me that crap. You tell me how you're gonna square things with your kid.
Everything I told you was
Don't
true.
you insult me, man. Don't you dare. I stepped out on the ledge for you when you pushed me off.
Come on, Jake. Didn't you ever get tweaked and lose it and then just pop some guy?
You shut up and listen to me. I don't think you know who the hell you are. You're an ex-con, Harry. You got rules. You break the rules, they stuff you away. No more starting over, that's it. Understand? It's over.
I don't get it. Why are you even here, Jake?
The way I see it, kids are supposed to have fathers.
Jake, you are driving me up the wall. You know, you've jeopardized any possible case we might have had against the man, and now you want me to protect him from an assault charge on a hotel security officer?
The guy is an ex-con, okay? He's not facing a battery rap. Now, you file a charge on him, he goes back to the joint. You know that, Kraus knows that, I know that.
You decided to be a pal, a buddy, right? Damn it, Jake, until we've eliminated him, Harry McGinn's a suspect. You can't be his friend and a cop, too.
Look, half a dozen witnesses saw Kraus push him first. Now, if it had been you, you would have decked him.
No, I would not
Yes, you would have.
decked him, as you so colorfully put it. Let me ask you this. How long have you known the man? A day and a half, maybe? Why are you his champion all of a sudden?
I don't think he pulled the job. That's why.
McCabe here. When? All right, we're on our way.
What's up?
That was HPD. Another hotel has been hit, the Meridian. It was a cat burglar.
Looks like it came down from the roof. There are Jimmy marks on the balcony doors just like the other places. Maybe the same burglar.
It's McGinn. You want me to say I told you so?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't say anything at all.
You know, you can't stand it when I'm right, can you? If you'd listen to me in the
Mr.
first
Kraus,
place...
I think you're the most unlucky security chief in town. Now, you just flat out stink at your job, so don't presume to tell me my job. What is it?
It's a clock. Looks like plug got pulled out of the wall when the cat knocked the table over.
11:45. Well, that gives us a time on the burglary. HPD got the call a little after 8:30 this morning, so that's got to be 11:45 last night.
Harry was booked downtown at 10:39 last night. HPD had him in custody for 1 hour. That's 1 hour before this room was robbed.
And if the same cat pulled both jobs...
Harry's not our man. Come in, JL. You always come over when I'm cooking. Your nose like a dog. Come in!
You, left your number on the card. I thought it'd be all right if I came over.
Yeah, it's okay. Come on in. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah. I'm just making some dinner here. You eat yet?
No. No, I just got off. Wanted to finish up, you know?
Yeah. Well, it ain't much, just leftovers, but you're welcome to it.
Hey, how'd you like some mahi?
I love it. Wish I had some.
Fringe benefits. We'll grill it.
You cut it up. Deal?
Deal. So what's it to you, huh?
What's that?
Me and my dad.
Oh. Well, it's kind of hits home with me a little bit. My father left me when I was 7.
You're kidding.
No. Christmas rolled around, he was still a no-show.
Did you ever see him again?
Nope. But I hope I do someday.
Listen, you think my dad's finally gonna go straight?
I don't know. Did you know that your father wrote you when he was in prison?
Yeah, right. I never even got a postcard.
No, he wrote. For 6 years he wrote. Your grandmother sent him back. You didn't know that, did you?
No.
I guess she thought she was doing the right thing, but I think you should know that your father was trying. Just like he's doing now.
Lizzie!
It's Lisbeth, Mr. McCabe.
What is this terrible, god-awful odor in here? It smells like...
New moon hay?
No, not new moon hay. Rotting grass.
The scent is perfectly charming. It's called Pine Forest.
You sprayed my office?
Mr. McCabe, to put it politely, your office smells, well, foul. With your doggy odor and those awful cigars. I mean, it's just unprofessional.
Oh, you feel that cigars are unprofessional, huh? What about your Winston Churchill? He smokes cigars. As a matter of fact, the cigar I'm smoking right now, his size is called a Winston Churchill. And I want to tell you something else. I like the way this office smelled. It smelled like it was lived into me then. I only have one thing to say to you, Lizzie. Get out.
You're impossible.
Leave.
You're impossible.
Will you get out?
You're just impossible.
Will you
It's
get
just-
out?
Thanks for not filing against Harry. I appreciate it.
Is this called sucking up, Jake?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You know, they say that you're a foul-tempered jackass, but I told them they were wrong.
Well, don't let it get out, Siles. I got a career to think of. Well, did you find the watch?
No.
Did you check all the pawn shops, the flea markets?
No, and I'm not going to. Mr. McCabe, I am a deputy prosecuting attorney. I went to law school. I graduated third in my class. I made law review. I am good at my job. I have plans for the future. I'd like you to know that I plan on having your job someday. I do not walk your dog. I do not run your errands. And I do not waste my valuable time looking for some old crony's watch. If you don't like it...
I know what I can do about it. I made that same speech in 1963. I did it a little better, I think. Not much, but a little. McCabe. Oh, hell yes, I still want it. Keep him there. You promise? All right. Booker Pete says there's a guy willing to sell a certain watch down at the Barefoot Bar. Let's go.
Derek's waiting for you to yell at him. He's gonna go nuts if you don't.
I know. Bartender. One libation, if you will, please. I've already had too many chi-chis. Something colorful, you know? Something that'll shimmy and shake on the way down and then kick me right in the head when it gets there.
I'll get you volcanoes guaranteed to erupt at the right time.
G'day, mate.
G'day.
You staying at the hotel?
Oh, yeah. I just got in last night. Hilliard Brawley. I'm at door knobs. My knobs are on every door from northeast Oklahoma to West Tennessee. My friends call me Hill. But I think a mountain is a little more fitting now, don't you?
Well, pleased to meet you, Hill. My mates call me the Wallaby.
Wallaby? That's one of them little kangaroos, huh?
That's right.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them in pictures. What are you into, Wallaby?
Well, I'm an independent corporation, Hill. I market previously owned jewelry around the Pacific.
Previously owned? That doesn't mean used, does it?
Well, I purchase my inventory from estate sales, mostly. You know, rich people who fall on hard times.
Well, I'm from Missouri myself, so you got to show me. You got any samples?
Matter of fact.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Exquisite, don't you agree?
Oh, no. Oh, may I touch that? Thank you. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Ooh. You know, if I owned this watch, I'd light them up back in St. Louis. Gold watch, 1, 2, 3 diamonds. Look at that. Master of the copper plumbing scandal?
Ah, yeah, wealthy Japanese gentleman. He had the lock on the world copper market for a while.
Oh, I see, yeah.
How much you willing to offer, my friend?
You sure you want to sell it?
Yeah?
Well, I'd say about 5 to 7.
1,000?
Not thousands, years, you dumb S.O.B. Looks like it's a bust, doesn't it, Mighty?
Oh! Whoa, up against the wall. Let's go. Up against the wall. Turn around. Hands behind your back. What's happening? What's happening?
Come on.
What is this?
An arrest for the burglary of the Trident Waikiki. And I believe we'll tie you into the one at the Meridian.
No way, mate, no way.
Yes, a way, mate. That watch was taken in the Waikiki Hotel burglary.
Okay, but the Meridian wasn't me. I was in Maui till this morning selling this stuff, and I can prove it.
Then prove it.
Check my hotel. I'm willing to cop for the Triton, but I'm not taking the fall for both gigs, okay?
I'll take care of it, Jake.
Okay, yeah. All right. Thanks, man.
Come on, let's move it.
Get that back to the office, will you? Thank you.
Well, that Aussie may have hit the Trident Waikiki, but his alibi checks for the Meridian. Looks like we got a second cat burglar on our hands here.
You any idea who?
What's that supposed to mean?
Now, come on, Jake. There's coincidence, and then there's wild improbability.
Look, you thought McGinn did the first job, and he didn't. What makes you think he did this one? Tell me.
Well, let's see what the facts say, huh?
Where are you going?
Well, if you really care to know, you'll have to tag along, won't you?
Hi. You know, I'm not surprised to see you working on boats. You used to love to go sailing when you were a little boy. From the time you were about 2 or 3. We had lots of good times out there, didn't we? You remember that little boat that we had? What was it called? The Rub-a-Dub-Dub.
Yeah, we had some great times out there.
Okay. You see that boat over there with the for sale sign on it?
Yeah, the Ticket Chance. What about it?
I put a down payment on her. I think she'll make a fine charter boat in Tahiti.
Where'd you get the money?
Your grandfather gave your mother and me some stock when we got married. I sold it yesterday. And we're gonna work that boat. You and me. Side by side. We got a lot of time to make up for. I wrote these to you. In prison. I know you never saw them.
So why you give them to me now?
Because I want you to read them. Tell you a little bit more about me. And then you make up your mind. It'll be a good life for you, Eric. For me, too. For both of us. Brand new start. So, if you decide you want to go with me, I'll meet you right over there at that boat.
At 6 o'clock sharp. And we'll be on our way.
Convenient, don't you think? The clock gets pulled out of the wall, and we get ourselves the exact time of the break-in.
Jay, that's it. That's the way it happened.
You ever have one of those nights, Jake, where you can't stop thinking about something?
Yeah, sure.
Keeps you awake, thinking about it over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this hotel recently remodeled all its rooms. Everything new and shiny, including the electrical wall sockets and plates. Did you ever notice what a tight fit they have when they're new? Jake, I think McGinn set the time ahead, then pulled the plug. Then he went down and staged a fight with Krause in front of eyewitnesses.
That's conjecture.
One way to find out.
What do you mean? Set it up like it was that night?
Mm-hmm.
Fine, okay. Okay, this is the table, right?
Yeah.
Say, what, about this high?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, clock sitting here. Table gets knocked over.
Fate made him a suspect in the first burglary, Jake. He committed the second one to clear his name and to get the police off his back. Question is, why?
I think I know the answer to that.
Where you going, Jake?
I'm going to the Meridian. There's a convention there, and I know McGinn's going to hit it.
Okay, I got it. Thanks.
You're a good con, Harry. You hooked me with a kid, didn't you? How did you catch on, Jake, huh? Because you're a player. You play to win. 6 years ago, you lost, and this is where they beat you, didn't they? Besides, the hotel is filled with jewels. You couldn't resist that. Yeah. And all this stuff's gonna buy me a whole new life with my kid. You want Eric to live the way you do? Always looking over your shoulder? You know, there's no way out of here. There's no exits. They've all been covered. HPD's all over the place. I'm not going back, Jake. I promised my kid, and I've broken enough promises. You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. Oh, yes, I can. I've been practicing for 6 years, Jake. Harry. You won't shoot me, Jake. You visit me in Tahiti, Jake. Harry! Harry!
Midnight's calling, no disguise. We're living loud with panda eyes. Oh, glitter stuck on my skin, lipstick blurred from where we've been. Shots hit hard, but we don't care. We're spinning wild with messy hair. Lashes run, but we still shine. Mascara tears from dancing blind. We break the rules, we kiss the sky. Beautiful chaos in our eyes. Heels off, but we still move. Barefoot queens in every groove. Mirror crack, but spirits high. We wear the night like alibis. Panda eyes, party soul. Black streaks and hearts of gold. We light the dark, we own the floor. We're the wild they can't ignore. No regrets, no need to hide. We're perfect in our panda eyes. Laugh too loud, love too deep. We don't crash, we leap.
For the road here, huh?
Mr. Wilder, I'm not so sure that's a good idea. You already had 4. Don't you think that's enough?
Say again.
Look, I'll make you a deal. Give me the keys to your car. I'll call a cab. Next round I pour for you is on the house. How's that?
These? You want my keys?
Yes, sir. That's not such a bad deal, is it?
Listen, you patronizing punk.
Go straight to hell.
I'm drunk enough to need a cab. I won't need a moron like you to tell me about it, all right?
Cynthia, love, when I call you tonight, don't be more than 3 feet from the phone, huh?
Please turn off your engine and step out of the vehicle.
Come on, pal. Hey. It's your lucky day. See that hotel over there? I own it. So if you want a little, prime rib dinner tonight, you just go in through the kitchen, tell them it's a comp from me. Jackson Wilder. Here's my card.
You can put that away, Mr. Wilder. All I want from you is your operator's license and your registration.
Bug off, you arrogant pineapple.
You're gonna do time for this one, pal. You're gonna eat at my hotel.
You wanna bet? You wanna bet your stinking job on that?
Good morning, Mr. Mitchell. I say, are you all right?
Yeah, me too. I'm the same way.
Hey. Derek, would you turn around, go back out, knock twice, and then when you hear me say enter, you try again.
I need to talk to you right now.
Oh, I know what's happening. He's taking one of those assertiveness courses, aren't you? And some instructor who's making a fortune told you to barge in here and demand a raise you neither need or deserve, huh?
I don't want a raise. I want a case.
A case?
Yes, sir, for myself. Mr. McCabe, I have worked for you for 3 years. I have run errands, I have done research, taken depositions, interviewed witnesses. I picked up your laundry every Wednesday in Chinatown. But now I want a case of my own.
Well, you had one a couple of years ago, that felony thing, you remember?
It was somebody else's case. It wasn't mine. I mean, this is getting humiliating. It's embarrassing. Guys I went to law school with are already junior partners with major law firms, and I'm still...
I hereby appoint you my junior partner. Does that satisfy your need of instant gratification?
I think he's as ready as he's ever going to be.
Oh, good God, you two. I smell conspiracy here.
Well, there's no conspiracy. Everyone has to leave the nest eventually, right?
Well, if you two genii think so, why should a man with my limited knowledge and experience object? Here. Mr. Prosecutor, be my guest.
The People versus Jackson Wilder.
You got it. Drunk driving, assault on a police officer. Very simple. Open and shut.
No, it's not simple, and it's not open and shut. Jackson Wilder's a very powerful man. He owns hotels, he owns real estate, he'll have the best damn lawyer on the island in that courtroom.
Good.
This is not a good case for him to get his feet wet with.
Well, he has friends who are junior partners. They'll help him. You'll help him. And remember this, Jake. If a man decides to step into water, he should be prepared to get wet up to his okole. That's what is known as McCabe's Law.
Thanks, guys. I can handle this. Trust me, huh?
I trust you.
Mr. Eby?
That's me.
My name's Mitchell.
How you doing?
All right.
Would you like some coffee?
Sure.
Get Mr. Mitchell some coffee, please?
I'm from the PA's office. I was hoping you could answer some questions for me.
Sure, absolutely.
It's about an altercation you had with a man by the name of Jackson Wilder.
Look, Mr. Mitchell, I just want you to know. I'm just a bartender here, trying to make an honest living. I don't really want any trouble, okay?
Mr. Eby, I'm just trying to make a living, too.
Good.
Listen, all I need to know is if Wilder was drinking last Wednesday when he was here.
I guess he had a few, yeah.
Enough to make you want to call a cab for him?
Who told you that?
Mr. Eby, you're not the first one I've talked to.
Look, whenever I have any doubt about somebody's condition, right or wrong, I call a cab, okay?
Did he assault you?
Yeah. He pushed me.
Well, right after he pushed you, he went out and assaulted a police officer.
Sounds like Mr. Wilder to me.
This is an outrage. I already told you we cannot do business. Dragging me down here won't change my mind.
Make no mistake, Mr. Sakota. We are going to do business.
Your financial situation is disgraceful. I can't recommend you to my investors.
You're wrong, my friend.
I'll call the police.
I don't think you will. And I think you know why. Raymond's going to remind you. I suggest you pay very careful attention to what he's going to show you. And remember it when you talk to your rich friends back home.
Morning, Mr. Mitchell. It's your big day.
Yours too, Mr. Wilder.
Well, there's a difference. I've been in court a lot of times.
Well, I think this is one trip you're going to remember.
Okay. I'll make this short.
I worked very hard for a lot of years. That effort's finally given me a lifestyle I enjoy, and no snot-nosed kid is going to take it away so he can paste up a gold star.
Is that it?
For now. So why don't you run along before you wet your pants?
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Ralph S. Kalila presiding.
Be seated. Who are you?
Mitchell, Your Honor, for the people.
Will counsel approach the bench, please? Aren't you Mr. McCabe's assistant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, I'm sitting here wondering why the hell he didn't assign someone with more experience.
I guess he has confidence in me, sir.
You guess? This isn't a small claims court. The defendant's here on a serious charge. He's being represented by an attorney for whom I have great respect. Now, doesn't Mr. McCabe feel that the people deserve equal representation?
With all due respect, Your Honor, he chose me. And I have every confidence for conviction.
Well, I hope so, young man, because if you blow it, you can be darn sure that McCabe's going to hear from me.
English is a forgotten language. Dictionaries are something that just gathered dust up on top shelves somewhere. No, I mean that. I'm absolutely serious. But I have got something for you that I bought about a week ago that I forgot to give you. And now you're gonna like it, baby. Here it is. It's a bone. Well, it is. Hey, listen, that's made out of rawhide. Yeah.
If you need me, I'll be down at the coroner's office. There's a couple of things on the Lieberman autopsy I want to check on.
Oh, okay. Why aren't you at Derek's trial?
He said it'd make him nervous, so I didn't go.
And he doesn't want me there either.
I don't blame him. Check on you later.
I gave him a case, didn't I?
No. Gave him a bombshell. Don't you think he knows that?
I suppose you'd be happy if I assigned him to a shoplifting case or a grand theft motor scooter, huh? Remember something, Jake. The greater the risk, the greater the reward. My first case was a felony manslaughter.
Did you win?
That's beside the point.
All right, Mr. Eby, now I'd like you to tell me how you would characterize Mr. Wilder's behavior.
I'd say it was pretty normal.
You mean normal for someone who has just guzzled 3 martinis?
No, sir. I served a lady he was with a couple of Mai Tais, but Mr. Wilder was drinking seltzer water.
I beg your pardon?
That's all he ever drinks in the afternoon.
Then I suppose you were lying when you told me that he was so drunk you thought he shouldn't drive his car?
How can you get drunk on seltzer?
And that when you tried to take his keys, he shoved you onto the floor and damn near broke your neck?
I never said that.
You said it! Mr. Eby, when I talked to you, you said it. And now you are sitting here under oath and lying right in my face?
Objection, Your Honor. He is badgering the witness.
Mr. Mitchell, you better get control of yourself. If you want to impeach this witness, don't hit him over the head with a hammer. Bring in someone else's testimony.
Your Honor, there was no one else present when I interviewed this witness. I don't have any other testimony.
Then that's your mistake, isn't it? So get off this line of questioning and go to something else.
I have no more questions.
Now, officer, let me get straight to the point. Have any complaints ever been filed against you during your tenure as a police officer?
Objection, Your Honor. The officer is not on trial here.
Lay your foundation, Mr. Eastman.
I'm merely trying to show a pattern of conduct, Your Honor.
I'll allow it. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer Highpooley, would you kindly answer the question?
Everybody gets complaints. You can't do your job without getting complaints.
That certainly must be true. Because according to official department records, you have had at least 5. 3 for abuse of language and 2 for excessive force.
They weren't all sustained.
Isn't that true, Officer Highpooley? Isn't that a fact?
Yeah,
I don't think the jury heard you.
I guess so.
I beg your pardon. Once more?
I guess it is.
Thank you.
Hang on 1 second. I'll be right there. Hang on. Hang on. Don't go away. Here I come.
Do you always use that sugary tone when somebody knocks on your door after dark?
What are you doing here?
The question is, what died in here?
Nothing died in here. I'm cooking pasta primavera.
Oh, well, in that case, I was joking about...
You're not invited. I have a date coming over.
Gee, thanks for the hospitality.
What can I do for you?
Well, actually, I was just driving around. I thought I'd drop in and see how you were, that's all.
Uh-huh. You know, if you really want to find out how Derek's doing, why don't you drop in on his place and ask him?
Well, damn it, have you or have you not talked to him?
Yeah, it's not pretty. Judge Colella took one look at him and figured he had a whipping boy.
Somebody should have stoned that old vulture to death a long time ago.
That's not the worst of it. You know the bartender?
Yeah.
Bartender gets on the stand and lies through his teeth. You know, I don't know why you're being so damn stubborn. What's wrong with you? Kid needs help, so why don't you help him? I don't understand.
Look, the worst thing I could do is to spoon-feed Derek in front of the whole world. He started alone. He's gonna finish alone, sink or swim. I am not going near that courtroom. I'd love to have someone on my team who had a little compassion for his fellow man. Wouldn't that be nice?
To sum up, Mr. Wilder, the officer shoved you against your car with enough force to give you abrasions and contusions, yes?
That's correct.
And isn't it true that he shoved you down? He made inflammatory remarks that you could afford such an expensive automobile.
Yes, he did.
He handcuffed you. He kicked you several times. And then he took you in.
I couldn't believe a police officer would act like this.
Now, you did not begin this altercation.
No, sir. I'm not a violent man.
Thank you, Mr. Wilder, for your candid testimony. You're a witness.
Mr. Wilder, I just heard you say that you're not a violent man.
That's what I said.
Well, about 20 minutes before you punched Officer Highpooley. Isn't it true that you knocked down the bartender at the Keikoa Country Club?
Objection, Your Honor. Inadmissible under Rule 404.
Your Honor, the defendant opened the door by testifying that he is not a violent man.
Objection sustained.
Mr. Wilder, you tell us that you're not a violent man. But isn't it true? Isn't it true, Mr. Wilder, that 3 years ago on Maui you were convicted for brandishing a dangerous weapon?
Counsel, are you deaf? I just ruled this type of evidence inadmissible.
Judge Colella, I am only trying to establish a pattern of violent behavior on the part of the defendant.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's prosecutorial misconduct. And I'm going to dismiss this case with prejudice.
Look, if it had been my fault, if I hadn't given it 100%, I would be the first to admit it. But I ended up with a lying witness and a judge who hated me on sight.
The world is full of lousy witnesses and obnoxious judges.
There were no legitimate grounds for a mistrial, none.
Oh, there were grounds, Eric. Whether Judge Colella should have done it is a little questionable, but the fact is, after he ruled the first time, you should have approached the bench with an offer of proof.
I guess I got a little flustered.
You want to hear McCabe's remedy? A week at the law library, studying your eyes out. Impeachments and offers of proof, forwards and backwards, backwards and forwards.
What about the rest of my work?
You can do that, too.
Sergeant Darkowski.
What?
Sergeant Dalkowski used to be my drill instructor. Until now, I thought he was the hardest man I know.
You think I'm being too tough on him?
Sure do.
Let me tell you something, Jake. I chose Derek Mitchell for my assistant because I thought he had more potential than any young person I've met in years. But I want him to realize that he has to work for every damn thing he gets in life. There are no free rides because his father's a governor and he comes from a wealthy family.
Does he ever ask you for a free ride?
No. But sometimes he tends to slide across the surface. And I want him to dig. I want him to dig until his knuckles bleed.
My opinion's worth anything. I bet that bartender got paid to lie. I'll bet you a steak dinner I can nail him on perjury and get the SOB that bribed him to.
Mr. McCabe.
Yes?
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. McCabe, but there's someone to see you, and she says it's urgent.
Morning, sir. We don't open till noon.
I think you and I should talk. All right?
What's this all about?
It's about a friend of mine. Put him in a trick bag.
I don't quite understand.
You hung him out to dry. You understand that?
You think I lied?
Yeah, I think you lied.
I didn't lie.
No?
Your friend just screwed things up, that's it.
You listen to me. A couple nights ago, I'm having some drinks with some friends of mine. HPD vice cops. You know what they told me about you? They told me that you've been stitching on some local bookies. It's very dumb. You know why? They find out, they're gonna come find you and break your back. It's funny.
You're a real sweetheart, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I try.
Try.
Then won't you tell me how much Wilder paid you to lie?
Look, I can't help you, you know that.
All right.
Who are you calling, your wife?
You're funny, too, huh? Call my bookie, if you don't mind, do you?
Look, hang up the phone. What do I gotta do?
You're gonna do something for me that you do very well.
What's that?
You're gonna lie.
Here you go.
What'll it be, Mr. Wilder, the usual?
Yeah, make it a double. See that guy over there? The Howley. Who is he?
A big tipper, that's who he is. I hear he's a money guy from L.A. Been coming here all week for lunch. One day it's the Canadians, next it's boys from the Rising Sun.
What's his name?
And we'll take a look. There's an article on him in today's business section. His name's Gary Sherman.
Looks like someone I should get to know.
I thought you were supposed to be at the law library.
I'm on my lunch break.
I know why you're here, and I am not going to allow it, Derek.
Judge Kalila blindsided me. The more I think about it, the madder I get. I am not going to let him get away with this.
You don't take on an old, powerful, and bitter judge unless you want teeth marks all over your hide.
I cannot just sit back and do nothing.
Well, you are going to do something. You're going to go study at the law library. So next time you're in court, even if the roof's caving in, you won't get flustered.
Thanks, Mr. McCabe. Thanks a lot for your support.
You're welcome, Derek.
43 floors, huh? Pretty ambitious undertaking.
Well, we're having some problems with the skylight, but it's gonna happen.
See this? This is what I was saying to you. See the rust? You've probably got this on these pipes from here all the way down to the ground.
You're in paradise. Everything rusts here.
And in Miami, and in Los Angeles, and in Hong Kong. You get rust if you let it sit too long. See, this is no good.
Oh, come on, man. I got 2 other hotels for collateral, each worth $100 million.
You barred to the hilt on those. I also know that they're about 40% vacant.
Let me be blunt, Gary. Can I call you Gary?
Sure.
I'm a good person to know. I can get you anything you want on this island. And I also happen to be a damn good risk.
Jackson, I'm not saying you're not a good risk. What I am saying is that right now, I've got a couple of situations that are a lot healthier than yours. That's all.
Oh, well, then I take it you'll be hanging around for a while.
Probably till Sunday, yeah.
Did you say your family was with you?
No, they couldn't make it this
Well,
time.
how about letting me buy you dinner tonight, huh? Come on, just to say aloha?
Free meal, how can I refuse? You bet.
All right.
Hi, Ralph.
Jason.
Can you spare me about 5 minutes?
Well, I've got a lunch.
Oh, well, I'll make it fast. I just wanted to thank you.
Well, for what?
For pinning young Derek Mitchell's ears back.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Oh, the boy has a lot of potential. I saw that in him right away, but he's got a lot to learn before he becomes a competent lawyer. Now, it's good to remind him of that every once in a while.
Yes, I know what you mean, Jason.
Huh.
Young people today are different than we were. They expect everything to be handed to them. They don't want to do a damn bit of work. Well, I've got to run.
Yeah. Ralph? I just couldn't help noticing that, well, you look like you're under some kind of stress.
I'm fine, Jason, really.
What about the family?
Everything's fine. Believe me.
Oh, well, good. Good, Ralph. That's good. Why is it that you seem so totally unable to do one simple thing that I ask you to do?
I have already been to the law library. Impeachment. The classic cases, it's all here. Winfield versus McFarland and Carter versus the Pennsylvania Railroad.
And all of it, it's all on those things?
Every word of testimony. I can print out only the sites I need. The miracle of modern technology.
Whatever happened to books?
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Mr. Wilder's been delayed. He's putting together some facts and figures. My name's Cynthia Davis. He asked me to keep you company. I hope that's all right.
That's fine. That's fine. Would you like a drink or something?
Well, you haven't ordered yet, have you?
No, I was waiting for Mr. Wilder.
Oh, then I've got a better idea. Jack says you have very good knowledge of building procedures.
Well, I'm flattered. Thank you.
Well, don't be. He hates your guts.
Oh. Well, that's what happens in the dirty world of business.
Doesn't have anything to do with business. He hates you because you're better looking. Men are more vain than women.
Let's make a toast. Let's toast. Here's to you. So.
Do you have any idea why I brought you here?
I could take a wild stab.
I'll bet you could.
I'm a married man.
Well, does your wife look anything like this?
Not even close.
That's what I figured. Stand up.
If Wilder hates me so much, why is he having you do this?
I'm having you do this. All he wanted was me to entertain you for a while, and I chose the method.
Great choice. Very good choice. I guess this is what they mean by aloha.
Stick around. You might even get the flowers.
Miss Davis? Miss Davis, it's Derek Mitchell. I have to speak to you. Let's not play games, Miss Davis. I know you're in there. Let me in.
Yes. Oh, my God. Huh?
Who is this guy?
I don't know. I've never
Who's
seen
he, your
him
boyfriend?
before. No.
Close the door. Just close the door. Get inside. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Dick, what did you hit me? What's going on in
You
there?
gave me no choice. Listen, you're blowing my cover. You gotta get the hell out of here, okay?
I think you broke my nose.
I didn't break your nose. I can't talk now. Get out of here. I'll talk to you about it later. Go. You all right?
It's okay.
Hey.
This is not... I gotta get out of here. I'm dying.
Come on, now, where are we?
No, don't. I want...
Come on, you're not gonna let that little jerk spoil our evening, are you?
What? No, there's no evening.
Come
Even
on.
don't. The evening is over. Listen, don't take it personally, but I got a wife and I got a kid, and that's where I should be right now.
Well, look, I won't tell if you don't tell.
That's good. Nobody tells. Nobody tells. I have to go.
Come on.
It's been interesting.
Fine. Go back to your wife. You probably couldn't handle what I've got anyway, you sorry little mama's boy.
Mr. Wilder wants to see you. Now.
Mr. Sherman, I hope my arranging this little meeting hasn't inconvenienced you.
Get the feeling I don't have much of a choice.
Accept my apologies for standing you up for dinner. I hope you were suitably entertained. Huh?
Thought it was interesting while it lasted.
I know it's a little late now, but why don't you join me for dinner? Come on. They serve the best sushi in Honolulu.
No, you're right. It is late, and quite frankly, I'm a little too busy, so if you'll excuse me.
Well, this is a special meeting of the board of directors, Gary. All in favor of a revised financial report, say aye.
Aye.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Raymond. It's my video technician. He's going to help us out with the late show.
What's going on?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Pleasant Island Memories brings you the adventures of Gary Sherman.
I chose the method.
Great choice.
I'm having you
I
do
didn't do
this.
anything.
All you wanted
Some
me to
guy
do.
came in and I left after this.
Oh, you think any wife in the world would believe that, let alone yours? So, listen up. You arrogant little punk. I need a credit line for $2 million, and you're gonna give it to me.
I wouldn't give you a credit line for $200.
Then I send copies of this tape to your wife, your daughter, your mother and father, if they're still alive, and every other important person you know.
Blackmail. We've come down to that now.
Well, times are hard, Gare.
Love to stay around and talk, boys. But you two are going downtown for a photo session of your own. Cuff him and get him out of here.
Yes, sir. All right, let's go.
I don't like being sent for. If I didn't have business in this part of town, I would not have come.
Well, I'm glad it worked out for you, Ralph. You saved me the trouble of sending a deputy.
What are you talking about?
That. Your wife brought it to me.
Marion.
She knows about you and that call girl, Cynthia Davis. Marion said you'd been coming home late, smelling like booze and French perfume. She began monitoring your phone calls. She heard Jackson Wilder make threats, and she found the tape hidden in his study. And even though it's almost impossible for me to fathom, she was actually worried about you.
If you're hinting at any wrongdoing, forget it. I paid Wilder for that tape. That's all there is to it.
You also let him out of a felony assault on very debatable legal grounds. It was just as bad. You made a promising young lawyer think he picked the wrong profession.
I don't know what happened to me. 20 years on the bench. I'm not a bad man.
Now, forgive me. I didn't mean to laugh. I just wondered how many times you'd heard that line when you were sitting on the bench.
I figured you'd be calling me in when I heard you'd arrested Wilder. The only surprise is that it was married that it came from.
Your resignation?
If I resigned, I hoped you wouldn't be taking me before the bar.
I wish it were that easy, Ralph. I really do.
Went to the doctor the other day. Thought I had the Taiwan flu. I filled out the forms and I tried not to breathe the air in the waiting room. There was women and children and old folks too. Some were sneezing and choking and turning blue. About an hour later, they called my name and said, "Son, what's wrong with you?"
He should be ashamed of himself. Look at the way he's wiggling.
Oh, it's all right. Look, it's the first time he's relaxed since the trial. Let's get something going. Honey?
And said, "Tell me just where does it hurt?" I said, "I lost my job, my wife and girlfriend too. I'm so down in the dumps, I don't know what to do." Said, "Forget the doctor, got a cure for you. There ain't nothing that a little good loving won't do. You got the blues, the 24-hour blues. You got the blues. You got the blues, the 24-hour blues. You got the blues. Yeah. No need to call my next of kin. Don't need no doctor when the nurse is in. Got nothing to lose but the 24-hour blues."
Beer on me. That was great.
Don't even start. Don't even start. The reason I'm not at the law library is because I am sick and tired of the law library. I'll tell you something else, Mr. McCabe. I wanted to major in music. My father wanted me to be an attorney. Guess which one was right?
You were both wrong.
Come on, you got to admit, he's got a great voice. You did a great job, man. That was excellent.
Not a great voice. He's got a good voice. Look, it's not that you couldn't be a good musician. It's just that I think that you're going to be a brilliant lawyer. In fact, I'm assigning you another case.
Really? What?
The People versus Kalukami.
What are you doing? You can't do that. That's a felony manslaughter. He's going to get killed.
I thought I told you that's how I got started. My first case was a felony manslaughter.
You mean I'm going to be following in the tradition of Jason Lochinvar McCabe?
Ask him who won that case.
Did you win?
Not exactly, but that's not the point.
You got your butt kicked around that. You told me. You told me you lost.
I did lose, but it was a moral victory. Oh, come on.